Morning guys, welcome back to my channel. So today we're at Cadwell. I've just dropped my car off. I've just met the lads at the shop and we're on the way to Cadwell. Woo! Pretty excited today because we've got everyone with us forming up. So you got Andy in the S14, Rich is in the Beamer, in the compact, and then Nathan's in the Vauxhall Astra, and then Tom's in his daily, but he's not going on track today. But yeah, I'm going to be pretty excited, so I'll catch up to you once we arrive. Shouldn't be long. See you soon. Smile, Rich. You're on camera.
Hello.
Hello. So then guys, we've just done noise test and just signed on, so just waiting for silent laps now, but yeah, everything's ready, everything feels good. I've just tightened, well, I've just checked a few bolts, make sure everything's good, because I've had the car apart a lot recently and everything seems fine. But yeah, just gonna crack on now and wait for silent laps. Okay then guys, so this will be the third session out. I've had a chance to burn my brakes in now. Gonna follow Joe in the Civic in front. He's racing with a 750 Motor Club, so it's good to get a good idea of where he's at. He's a bit low power than me. He's running 200 brake with a K24 and his weighs in at 1050 kilos. But he's a fast driver, so should be a good time. Just waiting for Andy now in his S14 and then we should be good to go. I've got a full tank at the minute, so I'm at full weight. So I'll just have to see how it goes. Do a couple of laps warm up and then we'll go from there. Like I'm leading. I think it's very long though. I think it's going longer. Sorry?
You got a round here as well, have you?
Yeah, in August, yeah. So it seems though this is the local city to get to there. It's warm in here, so it's well.
I think the best thing to do is it very loud?
Quite loud, yeah.
If it's hard, you've got to pull face onto him and we'll do a few laps, and come in, and then go out again. It's easier to kind of communicate with the car safely.
Yeah.
But just see what you're doing to begin with, because you obviously know the track, you've been around it a few times. Just have a look and see what you do. That gives you a chance to really analyse you and the car and stuff.
Okay.
And we'll go from there. But don't prove to me that you should be George Russell's car, but drive as you are doing, so I can actually, see where you are.
Alright, definitely. I'll do exactly what I do.
Alright,
you can tell me off the top, like,
compliment you on your smooth driving, actually.
That's it. Just let me know when you're ready.
Yeah, form ready. There you go.
Yeah,
absolutely. That's what I mean. You just see what you do. impossible to communicate while you're driving.
Unfortunately,
Yeah, turn off the noisy fuel pump as well.
Yeah.
I mean, the car goes really well, doesn't it?
Yeah.
It certainly seems to handle well. A couple of things that come to attention straight away is your initial turning. You get hold of the wheel and you snatch it into a corner.
Okay.
And you want to make the initial turn
A little earlier.
a more balanced turning, because you want a balanced platform until you get the power on the way out of the corner. If you twitch the car into the corner, you kind of got a bit of a instability with the car, and it's going to prevent you putting the power on straight away.
Okay.
So the way to do it is to turn in more gradually and push the apex further round. So, for example, go from the pit straight down the bottom there into Coppice, the left-hander. You touch you turn in quite early. You touch the curb at the very beginning.
Okay.
You could argue the fact a right and a wrong line is a wrong line. There's definitely a wrong line. It's a slow line for a start, or you're off the track. A right line, well, maybe you could ask Verstappen and Hamilton, which is the right line. They give you two different answers. But you wouldn't tell Verstappen, no, you're wrong. But for me, I would go a little bit deeper on the pit straight. Okay. I'd use the brake and go past where that yellow cone is at the turn point. I'd actually go past that, and I'd then try and touch the curb on the left-hand side further up. Because when you come in early, which you are doing, you're then instantly pushed out, and you then got to bring the car back to the left-hand side again for the right-hander at the top.
Okay.
All right. So if you turned in a bit later on that main straight, you'll touch the curb higher up the hill, and you'll be on the left already. So you won't have to change direction again.
Yeah. Because to be fair, I do lose a lot of speed because I kind of want to balance being quite quick up Coppice, but then not too quick on the Charlies, if that makes sense.
That's right. Well, the thing at Charlies, what I would do then is then keep the car on the right. So if I got the car back at Coppice on the left-hand side, at the end of the curb on the left, then I'm on the right hand side, well, the left hand side, but the correct side of the circuit. I've then got more track to turn for Charlie's, and I would then hold the car on the right.
Okay.
And I'd hold it on the right until the road disappears. And when the road disappears, I'd go straight on.
Okay.
Then you got like a double apex. I'm not interested in the first one. I only want the apex where the curb is, because then you make it of a more of a shallow turn onto the straight. Okay. You're running around the outside, which means you can carry more speed, but you've also going to have to steer more at the end, and also you've made the track slightly longer. Which is right and wrong will depend a little bit on the handling of the car and what your car's like. But my personal line, just to reinstate, is to keep the car a little bit deeper on the straight, touch the curbing further up the hill on the left hand side, or stay on the left hand side. When I come to the right, I'd keep the car to the right. When the road disappears, I'd let the car go straight on. I wouldn't fight the car for the first apex. I'd only look for the second one, which is where the red and white curbing is. And I'll point it now, because now I've described it, I can point, so you know what I mean. Then when I go down the straight, I'd keep it on the right hand. Obviously you're going to come out of the left. Pull the car back to the right, keep it on the right hand side, because the dip is more pronounced on the right. So use the dip on the right, and then stay on the right hand side if you can to halfway up the hill, halfway up the barrier on the right, because then when you come across, once again it's one direction change. You'll then see, oh, it's a straight line now all the way into park. It's a straight line.
I get that.
And that's what you're trying to do, is to change direction as little as possible, because the car's obviously going to be quicker when it's in a straight line. Then round into Chris Curve there. Again there, I mean, I'm not driving the car, so it's hard for me to get that feedback. Invariably what I look to do is, there's a yellow cone on the inside. I touch after that. I touch after that, and I hold it in until I can't hold it in anymore. And as soon as it starts feeling hard work, then I just let it go out, and hopefully you'll be able to dab the brake when it's in the straight line. Going through the gooseneck and down to Mansfield, you got better, I think, because it's cold tyres and you had just gone out first lap. But what the idea is to touch it, which you did. Top of gooseneck, just touch the brake before you go down the hill, because that makes the car settle.
I've done that before without braking. It really does unsettle.
It runs away, doesn't it? It runs away. So, and I watched you. It's a nice little touch the brake just to get the car to settle. That's perfect. And then again, when you get to the bottom of the hill, hold the brake as you turn, so you just trail the brake into Mansfield, because you don't want the car to run away from you. Again, that was cool. When you come to the bottom of the mountain, I would stay left a little bit longer.
Okay.
So you go under the bridge in a straight line.
So going straight line is good?
Yeah, straight line towards the bridge. There's that checkered flag, and I'll point it again, but there's a checkered flag on the bridge.
Okay.
And you aim for the checkered flag, and then you try and sneak a bit more track by just going to the left slightly.
Okay.
So your approach is absolutely straight.
Right, okay.
And then when you come to the left, I just stay left a little bit longer. It just opens up the mountain.
Yep.
It just makes it a little bit quicker
at
the mountain. But I mean, you got to basically work out how much throttle can I apply with the amount of steering lock I've got on, and that's the balance you're looking for. And certainly through hall bends. It's the end of the curbs, the touching points. You just got a tendency to touch early. Just try and push your touching point a little bit further round.
So use,
Because if you touch further round, it means you use less angle to set the car up for the corner, and the car will be straighter earlier on the way out. If you come in early, you snatch the steering to get it in early, and it just means you've got to follow the corner a little bit longer before you come out. By pushing the apexes further round, you'll just see, oh, I'm opening up the steering earlier. If I'm opening up the steering earlier, I can get the power on earlier. And at the end of the day, you don't run data, but you do run a rev counter, and you've got timing device in which you can see. But at the end of the day, it's the exit what you're looking for. That's your holy grail. It's what you take out of a corner. All right.
Because I know I went with a friend before, and he does the 750 racing club. He's got less power than me, fair enough, he's less weight, but the way he exited corners, he was halfway up straight. I had to really pedal to catch him up on the corner again, but just every exit he just got out faster than me, but I think it was lines. But
he's getting that steering wheel straight. I mean, the way to tell if a corner's right or not, and there's two ways. Initially you had a bit of tyre screech, but that's friction between your tyres and the car on the circuit, so that's not a good thing, friction. But once you hit the inside of a corner, apex, clipping point, whatever you want to call it, once you hit the inside, if you can start to unwind, then that's right. You got that right. If you hit the inside of a corner and find yourself still having to apply a little bit of lock or hold the lock, then it's an indication you turned in early. Now if he's carried more speed out, it's because he's at the apex, he's got into the corner, and he's unwinding. If he's unwinding, he's increasing the power, and that's the important element of a circuit. What you take out of a corner, that's the important bit. All right.
And halls bends.
Yeah, hall bends. You're just touching the curb slightly early. Just try and push it further round. Just make the touching point a little bit further round.
So leave it a little straighter, a little longer.
Yeah, because exactly this car will be more efficient if it's in a straight line, won't it? If you're braking or accelerating when the car is straight, it's more efficient. So if you're going through hall bends like this, that, and then like that, well then obviously, I'm exaggerating obviously, but you're better to turn it in straight, turn it straight, just get some straightness. Don't have the tyres screeching all the time.
Yeah, I get that.
Alright. Cool. So, and I'll be able to point the elements out now, which now when I say the checkered flag and that, you'll see what I mean.
It's good how you open up the track like this, because obviously I had tuition about 4 years ago, but obviously you just get into bad habits since then.
Yeah, I think also speed comes from driving well. You know, it's easy to drive as fast as you possibly can, but that isn't necessarily the quickest way to drive.
Smoothness is key.
Yeah, it's technique. You're right though, it's hot in here.
It is very hot, yeah. I've got a bit of a dicky starter, so that's working. end of session, end of day. So I'm currently on the way home at the minute. I'm just picking up a curry because I'm hungry. But I just want to say, the car is awesome. I wasn't going as quick as I wanted to today, but in fairness to me, I am getting used to new brakes, new suspension, a little bit lighter here and there. You know, all the extra little bits that I've added is probably going to make me a little bit slower for now, but I just need to get used to it. Once I'm used to it, you know, I could improve on it. But I will say I got exactly the same time as before, so 1:42.6, which is not bad at all. I just thought I'd be a little bit better, but I think I'm putting myself down a little bit because I expected more from the car because of what I've done to it. But at the same token, I am used to it, so that's the reason why. But all in all, an awesome day. Andy had a bit of a mare of a day. Started off great. He got his new PB, which was good on him. But then, unfortunately, his diff went and his front passenger wheel was really, really loose. So luckily we was able to change the diff. It didn't take too long. Just as it was lunchtime, because we had a spare diff at his unit, which was 10 minutes away. But yeah, fitted that was fine. Went back out, unfortunately, with an open diff, so he slowed down after that. But yeah, other than that, Rich had a good time. I thought he wasn't out as much as us, but I think I know the reason why. But yeah, he's dead happy with his car. First time it's been a track car rather than a drift car, so good on him. It's nice to meet Joe. I say, what a fucking hell of a driver he is. As you would have seen in the video, his car is, even though it's a lot less power than mine, it's a lot less weight, but it's a lot less power. It's just out of the corners. Soon as he's out there, because it's NA, he's just gone. And that's what I think I struggled with the car today. Basically, it was that. After 6-7 laps or so, the car almost felt like it was losing power. I think it's something to do with heat soak. So otherwise, or you know, I think I need to get a bigger intercooler, or try and aid cooling somehow. But yeah, just felt like it was just lacking power ever so slightly. So it's something to change in the future. But other than that, great car. Stoked on it. Got Donington in like a day, tomorrow, Saturday. So yeah, pretty stoked to get that going. But so that's pretty much all the outro. There's nothing more to tell you really, but yeah, I'm sure I'll get used to all the bits. I just need to. Oh yeah, I had tuition today as well. Thanks to Martin, one of the tutors that were there. He gave us a proper heads up on different lines and different attack. So yeah, there's another good thing about today. But yeah, I'm going to end the video there, guys. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you at Donington, I guess, in 2 days' time. Take care, guys.